We had another Game 5 last night. This one took place in Miami, and it was not very competitive for most of the game. And it was Victor Oladipo. Without Jimmy Butler and Kyle Lowry in the game, Victor had himself a game.
Oladipo, and don't underestimate how he performed defensively also.
Good point.
Like, he was out there playing, like, it was good to see him moving well. You know, from a guy that was like one of the more electric high flyers in the league that became an all-star with Indiana, has dealt with some injuries and some role changing over the last couple of years and trying to reinvent himself now with the Heat. We highlighted the fact that the number one seeded Heat, Victor Oladipo, had 40 points in the final game of the year, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
That's an X factor for the Eastern Conference playoffs, and they have Eric Spoelstra on the sideline. My favorite coach and the best coach other than Pop, got to give the OG his credit, in the NBA. And by the way, without Jimmy, without Lowry, and you and I talked earlier, you were like, all right, Strus signed, Eric Spoelstra must see some, all of a sudden playing quality minutes in a playoff game, right? And Eric Spoelstra not only is a terrific coach, but you see him post-game, you saw the chain out.
Yeah, of course. He got the little thin chain. You know what I mean? The people look like me. You know what I mean? He got those little thin chains. You know, not the diamonds on them and the pendants. Just a little something, something. And I love that he was like, "Wait, John did what?" He was talking about the John dunk. He wanted to see John just like the rest of us. Big shout to Spoelstra. Big shout to the Heat. And last postseason, Trae Young put himself on the map as one of the stars on the rise. This postseason has been very different for Mr. Young.
Absolutely, and that's because of the Miami Heat defense. But here's what I want to stress. Trae Young shot his team to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. We're still trying to see if a great player like Joel Embiid can do that with the Sixers. So I want to make sure that I acknowledge Trae Young did have more turnovers than he had buckets this series against the Miami Heat. But I want to also know, as a go-to face of the franchise kind of guy, he shot them into the playoffs, and I appreciate that. Threw the play in and got them in playing against the number one seed. I'm not surprised they're losing this series.
Hard to beat the number one seed. Hard to beat the number one seed when you're coming out of the play.
I'm not surprised. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
We'll see if the Pelicans can do it. And they weren't able to get a win last night. The series went back to Phoenix after that big win in Game 4. The Pelicans tried to build on that momentum, and without Booker, this time it was Bridges who took over a lot of the scoring burden for the Suns to get them a win.
The bridge is over. The bridge is over.
Bye-bye.
The bridge is over. Knocking down threes. And here's what I like about Phoenix. You see that five-man offense? Down screen for him to hit an elbow jumper. Then you see him spotted up in the corner knocking down the three. You see the baseline worthy cut for the dunk with two hands. Like, moving the play. Like, when you watch many NBA teams play, it's either best player or perimeter ball dominant guy in the pick and roll.
The Nets.
Or it's 3, 4, 5 guys sometimes perched around the three line. I like that Phoenix runs five-man offense, and you in particular have to do it without Devin Booker. Chris Paul is going to make sure it happens because he's one of the greatest floor generals that the league has seen. And he took it personal like they all did the way they lost in the previous game. But he came out and like, I'm about to score this thing now. And so y'all go get these assists. Y'all go pressure me. I ain't going to wait till the fourth quarter. Now y'all going to go get these buckets. And that's what I appreciate watching from CP yesterday. But I have to say this. Don't you love the rookies for the Pelicans?
Alvarado.
Alvarado.
How do you not root for
Alvarado?
Alvarado? New York City's own. I'm claiming Alvarado, even though I never heard of him before this year. I'm claiming Alvarado now. Alvarado and Lance are in the same boat. Give him the 8 seconds again. Give him the 8 seconds again. I can't believe they even called him for that one. I can't believe they even called this one.
Hey, man, let me tell y'all something. I played point guard in this league, and I played against Muggsy Bogues, and I was 6'8", and I turned around, I looked at the future Hall of Famer. He had his hand on the ground. I'm like, well, I guess I can't dribble it because he's going to steal it. You know what I'm saying? So I just passed it, went and did a UCLA cut and tried to post him up. But then Basically like that. He was hounding me the whole time. So I'm saying that to say, hey, Phoenix wings, in particular guys like Crowder and Cameron Johnson and DeAndre Ayton, y'all got to slice and give CP3 some room to get a full head of steam with Alvarado in the game. Y'all can't be leaving the OG in the backcourt getting pressed by this young rookie 94 feet and getting 8-second calls. I look for that adjustment also to take place. But I love that the young fella's bringing a new element to the game.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.